Space Shuttle Camelot has just brought back a little present from the moon.
Organic remains, human.
He's 14,000 years old.
And now it is free again. To seek.
There's something in the corridor.
To hunt.
Something huge. Keep it together. Keep it together.
To kill. Out of the darkness.
What the hell have we got here, Jason?
It called him.
A base. And we're being invited in.
To set it free. In outer space, on the outer limits, one man from our time, one woman from another.
That's what we are. Spare parts.
Together, they must face the ultimate challenge. Moontrap, the wait is over. Starring Star Trek's Walter Koenig and Evil Dead's Bruce Campbell.
Hello and welcome to this Blu-ray review. I picked this film up, Moontrap. I had to order it from Germany, a remastered edition, and it's one of my all-time favourite films. It's a low-budget science fiction production. Moontrap was made in 1989, a science fiction film produced by Magic Films, written by Tex Ragsdale and directed by Robert Dyke. It was released on the 28th of April, shown at the World Fest Houston convention. A comic book adaptation featuring the film's production notes was released in the same year by Caliber Comics. The cast features the legendary Mr. Bester, or Mr. Chekhov, Walter Koenig, who is a legend in himself, and the uber legend Bruce Campbell from the Evil Dead series, with the stunning Leah Lombardi as an ancient astronaut from a forgotten human civilization. They face an alien invasion by a race of predatory cyborgs. Now the plot is quite interesting. They took a big risk with this film. Basically, if this was a big budget production, now some of the photographs of like the ancient moon base look incredible, like the artwork for this. Moontrap is a low budget film. I caught this on video. It was never at the cinema over in the UK as far as I know. I have looked into this, but this basically, it offers so much. Now the film itself, there's this big massive like ancient civilization that was in a war with these cyborgs called the Kaalium, and it starts off with two. It's like the start is great. I love the beginning with the astronauts landing on the moon and the 69 mission, and you see a robot head sticking that's moving around the moon, and they're watching when the astronauts go back to Earth, and then it's set in 1989. Two shuttle pilots, Walter Koenig and Bruce Campbell, are in the shuttle, and they find an alien spaceship, and obviously board it's derelict, and they take something back to Earth, and it awakens as a giant cyborg, and they destroy it and realise something going on the moon. There must be an ancient installation there or something, because the ship came from the moon. So they get a mission, they go there, and it's just like that's where this film takes you. And they find Leah Lombardi in suspended animation in this big, amazing, fantastic like artwork, like matted thing of the moon installation, size of it, and they go in and the robots are running about, and it's non-stop. The film is non-stop. Now Moontrap, a lot of people probably have not seen this film. Now I have uploaded it to my YouTube channel. It got through, there were no problems with it, but when I found out a couple of days ago there was a HD remastered extended edition, I had to order it, and I've watched it, and it was absolutely amazing. Now this film is just, I don't know what it is. If this were made today with a massive budget, I think it'd hold out really well, because I find with modern films like Indiana Jones and all these, even The Flash, these films, $350 million, and they've all sunk $250 million for a movie and nobody's bothered. Yeah, I watched Moontrap, solid story, great acting. They did what they could with an amazing special effects budget. They didn't have a lot of money, and this film to me is superior to all them. Why? Because back then they took a risk and they went somewhere different. And Moontrap, it has a bit of a cult following, and there is history with this film. Now the production by Robert Dyke, who headed the Detroit-based film studio Magic Lantern Studios, specialised in commercials and special effects, but always had an interest in science fiction. So in 1986, Dyke teamed up with friend Tex Ragsdale, another science fiction fan, and an ad exec at Detroit Smith Winchester Agency, to come up with the script for Moontrap. Now, you've got to give these three guys this. They came up with something amazing, and the story for this is incredible. It really stands out. The only thing they lacked was the budget, but they did what they could. Now, reception. Now, here we go. Reception. Now, I'm one of these that has to, when you watch a film, if you like it, you like it. I don't go by, like, Rotten Tomatoes and all this, and IMDb. Reception for the film. Moontrap received negative reviews from critics. The movie holds a 29% rating on review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes. IMDb gives the movie 5 out of 10. DV Talk, of course, had a higher opinion of the movie, stating that for a low budget science fiction picture, it often exceeds expectations. In its review of December 27, 1989, Variety stated that Moontrap is a very entertaining, thoroughly highly derivative sci-fi adventure. This one's a goodie. Moontrap is exciting and suspenseful. Now, this film does hold that horror sort of thing to it. It's a horror science fiction film, and it works. You're hooked when the minute you start watching this film. Forget like people complain, oh, you know, there was that scene. Just get into the story. The story is worth it, and the acting. I mean, what a cast as well. So on physical media, obviously there was a VHS. That's where I discovered it, in the video library. Saw a big picture of it. When I saw Walter Koenig's name and Bruce Cambell, I thought, I'm renting that when it comes out. I ended up renting it. Within months I bought it, and I just watched it over and over again. Now, I have said certain friends of mine who are my age, from the video era. A lot of them have seen this film, and you know, it comes up in conversation in the pub every now and again, and they've all said, yeah, Moontrap's a good film. You know, it's a really good film. So on physical media, a Blu-ray DVD was released on the 25th anniversary of the movie in September 2014. The movie had previously only been officially released on VHS. Now, there was a sequel. Now, as I was saying, there was a sequel. So, in 1990 interview, James Glickenhaus of Shapiro Glickenhaus Entertainment noted he and Robert Dyke were prepping a sequel to Moontrap, and may be titled Moontrap 2: The Pyramids of Mars. However, the film was never made. I wonder if there's a script out for that. Would be quite interesting. On April 17, 2011, Robert Dyke and Tex Ragsdale launched a fundraising campaign for Moontrap 2, the graphic novel. That will be adapted into a movie project, and that was intended to act as a presentation device to show the potential backers of the hope for film what's going on to be about more effective than a script alone, in that not only tells the story but shows what the film obviously will look like. However, due to lack of contributions, the project was cancelled on June 11th of that year. So it was interesting, the original team tried to get this off the ground. Now, it's such a shame it never happened, but we did get a sequel. And this is where I didn't want to go, but we're going to have to go there. And I've seen this, and it's fucking terrible. In early 2014, another project was announced by Robert Dyke and Tex Ragsdale. On February 5th, a Facebook account was created for Moontrap Target Earth. The first post said, watch this space for news about Moontrap Target Earth. I remember this because I joined up. Target Earth, now in pre-production with the original Moontrap creative team. 2 days later, a post on the Moontrap Target Earth page confirmed the legitimacy of the new project Moontrap Target. I keep saying Moontrap Target Earth. This is what's in front of me. Moontrap Target Earth is not a direct sequel to the original, but instead a new standalone adventure. The plot is described as an archaeological dig that uncovers the long-buried spacecraft from an ancient advanced human civilization. A young woman studying the ship suddenly finds herself transported to the moon to unlock an ancient mystery. Pre-production began in February and filming commenced in April at the Motion Picture Institute in Michigan. The cast includes Sarah Butler as the Scout, the main character, Charles Shaughnessy, the ruthless agent of a shadowy organisation, and Damon Albert Allen as an adventurer who joins the mission to expose a world-changing secret. And other cast members, Nikki Spiridix, Tarek Salman, Chris Newman, all joined. On February 17, 2027, Sony Pictures released Moontrap Target Earth. I think this is on YouTube actually, and it's terrible. I see what they were trying to do. Again, the story's interesting, finding an abandoned human spaceship from a more advanced human civilization that existed before us, having a war with the Kaalium cyborgs. I get that. That's great. You could fit this in as a sequel, to that sort of film. Check out Mr. Walt Koenig's character when he brought her back. Leah Lombardi in the first one, she could be teaching the human race about the knowledge she knows, because she's been in suspended animation for 14,000 years. And there's more of them out there, and they're coming to Earth and they're getting ready and all this. But instead we got this thing which is disastrous. But with the actual story, there is a bit of potential with it. I know where I would have took Moontrap to, but this is a standalone sequel. It is not directly connected to the film. Now, I love these obscure films. I know it's what my channel tries to cover. It's like stuff like The Eliminators and Zone Trooper. These are films that were made, and the budgets were low, but they did get good actors in, and they did what they could. Like the Eliminators, the poster were complete bullshit, but the film is fantastic. Zone Troopers, awesome movie. And these are films that they are on YouTube, and I've got the Blu-ray HD copies of them. But they take you back to a time when you were in that video library and there were that corner of films where there were, you got the new stuff that were all like £1.50, £2 to rent out. But there was a corner in every video library in the land where in that corner you got the worst of the worst or the best of the best. The 50p section. And that's where I went. That's where you got like the Deathstalker movies. You remember all them Barbarian movies with the fantastic artwork, Saw the Slayer and all that. Italian post-apocalyptic films. Films like that. They were all in corner. The artwork was so superb. Moontrap is in there. And I'm going on a journey with a lot of these movies. So a lot of them are now on YouTube and I'm rediscovering them. And I am trying to load them up, because I think they should be remembered. I'm in several movie groups and they get all the latest stuff. But this is what I'm about. This is what my channel's about. So Moontrap, I'm just going to say, give this film a chance. It's on my YouTube channel. It's there. Just watch it. And if you like it, get the Blu-ray edition. You know, because I'd like to see these guys create a proper sequel to this. The story itself stands out. I mean, a multi-million-dollar production. I suppose that film, Moon, is it Moon? You know where the moon crashes into Earth and the secret human civilization? Oh my God, yeah. You remember that film? I forgot what it called, Moon Summit, where the moon comes towards the Earth and everybody's like, they go to the moon, they find an ancient human civilization, this like AI thing that's destroying organic life, and they stop it. And there's all set up there and they destroy it, and then obviously Earth gets all technology, the moon goes back to where it should be. That is Moontrap. That is just a complete copy of the original, but I do prefer the original to that. And even with a $200 million budget for that shite, do you know what I mean? Moontrap just shits all over it. So, you know, I'm just going to say this, give this movie a chance. So please subscribe to my channel, let me know your thoughts on this video, and I will see you on the next obscure review I'm going to do in this series of... I'm going to do 4 to 5 movies that were in that corner in the video library. You know, where the main people didn't go. Do you know what I mean? And don't forget, we're the people that make the cult movies. We don't follow the mainstream. You know what I mean? Alex Cox said that. Cult movies, the things in the corner that people sort of go to and have a liking for. Necessarily won't admit it, but they're a big fan of it. And that's what's important. I love these filmmakers that make stuff on cheap budgets, but there's something in there that has this amazing potential. So give us a like, guys. I'll see you on the next video, and have an awesome day. And to life immortal.